If you're looking for some encouragement, have I got a story for you? I'm Shelly with the God's Goodness podcast, and the Holy Spirit is leading this whole podcast. He gave me the idea last July. We started it up in September, and we started having guests 5 episodes into it. And I'm starting to keep track of all the connections because it's so neat how God just weaves everything together. So listen to this. My friend Jen O'Donnell, she said, hey, you might want to reach out to Heather Shriver Burns and connect with her. And so we recorded an episode with Heather, and her episode releases next Friday. Next guest that we're recording with next weekend is an author by Shayla Huber. She wrote 10 Things I Hate About My Husband, How God Healed My Heart, Restored My Marriage, and Set Me Free. Now, what's really neat about this is God had me ask Shayla to be on the podcast. So I got her book and I started reading it. And who wrote the foreword except Heather Shriver Burns? I can't make this up. I was like, oh, wow, it's such a small world. Heather's actually coached Shayla because Heather is a life coach. This is just so cool. I can't make this up. How everything's just working together. But this is something I wish I would have read when I was earlier in my marriage because, there's so many things that we all can identify with. I think all of us can identify that somebody's the spender, somebody's the saver in the relationship, somebody writes the check, somebody spends the money well. Every couple, I'm sure, has somebody who leaves clothes in the sweet spot, right at the base of the hamper. You know that person? I think every relationship has one. And there's other stories that you'll go, I'm not the only one. And she guides you in, I haven't gotten very far into it, but I'm pretty pumped about the part that I've read so far. In this book, I started reading it, and it's really similar to The Power of a Praying Wife. And that was written in like the 90s. But Shayla was sharing in her videos that a lot of the things she's learned and shared in this book are in The Power of the Praying Wife. So they're lessons that the Holy Spirit has shared with other wives. I can't wait to have her on the podcast and share her experiences with you and just for her to tell her tale with you. So tune in. We have a new episode every Friday. Our mission is to encourage and highlight God's goodness and modern day miracles because the God of the Bible is still working wonders today. So tune in. You'll find us anywhere you hear a podcast. And don't forget to share it with a friend and enjoy.